Mia was just 22, a girl from a small village. Smart, quiet, raised by a hard-working middle-class family. When she got a scholarship to a city college, her entire village celebrated. Her parents used every coin they had to send her. She promised them she'd make them proud. She found a small house near campus. It was old, silent, cold, but cheap. Too cheap. Still, she moved in, with only a suitcase and one friend, a golden-furred dog named Bruno. Bruno had been with her since childhood, her comfort, her playmate, her protector. But on her very first night in the house, something changed. She heard a scratching sound from the hallway. When she opened her door, a small, bloody box was sitting in front of it. A strange Lablabu toy was chained to it with rusted metal. Its eyes hollow, its mouth stitched shut, its skin rotten. On top of the box, blood was smeared in jagged letters. "Open it." Mia hesitated, but something pulled her toward it. Inside the box was a letter and a small, blood-soaked knife. The letter said, "Do not speak of this box to anyone, especially not your family. Tonight's task, kill the dog. If you don't, you'll be next." She froze. Tears filled her eyes. That dog was her only companion in this city, her only comfort in this darkness. She hugged Bruno tightly that night, but as midnight came, she felt watched, heavy breathing in the dark, shadows that whispered her name. Blood dripped from the ceiling. Bruno barked in fear, and then she saw it. A tall, twisted shadow in the corner, with the same hollow eyes as the Lablabu toy. The letter had warned her. Shaking, crying, she did what she never thought she could. She killed her only friend to save her own life. But that was just the beginning. Days later, another box appeared. Same bloody writing, new letter. Fail your upcoming exam, or fail your entire life. She had worked for years for this education, but fear had already changed her. She wrote the wrong answers, handed it in early. Her family called, confused and angry. "You were the best student in the village? Now you're throwing it all away?" She couldn't explain. She couldn't tell anyone. Then came another box. "Kill your best friend. Do it quietly. Make it look like an accident." She couldn't. She wouldn't. But that night, the whispers came back. The air turned ice cold, and she saw her friend's face in the mirror, twisted, screaming in blood. The next day, Mia confessed, and did what the box demanded. She was dying inside. Piece by piece, no one noticed. No one saw the pain in her eyes, because she smiled in public and screamed in private. Night after night, her mind broke more. Her body got weaker. And then, the final box came, the last letter. "You have one last mission. Kill your father and your mother. Do it quietly. Say nothing to anyone, or they will both be taken, slowly." She couldn't move. She couldn't breathe. This was too far. So that night, she did nothing, and that was her last choice. At 2:13 a.m., the neighbors reported screams. Police broke in. They found Mia hanging by a chain with the Lablabu toy tied around her neck. Eyes open, lips torn from her face, a final scream frozen in her throat. And on the floor, a letter soaked in blood. It was written the night before her death. In it, she confessed everything, from the day she left her village, to the first box, to the final one. But at the very end, she wrote something that no one expected. She wrote, "Dear Dad, I know you once told me you were haunted by something from your youth. I think this box didn't come for me, it came for you, for a sin you never spoke of. I hope you remember what you did, because this thing never forgets." Her father dropped the letter. He turned pale and whispered only 4 words, "It found me again." 30 years ago, he had done something terrible. He had stolen a wooden box from a dying man, thinking there was money or treasure inside. But all it held was a child's toy, a Lablabu doll, a gift meant for that man's daughter, who never saw it again. That night, Mia's father had committed a sin, and that sin had waited, cursed the box, cursed the bloodline, and now it had returned, to finish what it started. Some evils don't die, they wait, they hide inside guilt, and they grow. And sometimes our silence becomes the loudest scream of all. So remember this, what you do today echoes through the ones you love. Choose wisely, before the box chooses for you. The box is closed, for now. But evil always returns to those who stay silent. Break the silence, leave a comment below. If you survived this story, prove it by liking this video. And if you dare to open the next box with us, subscribe. Your choice decides what comes next, before the box decides for you.